Etifo ne ahwefo mensanso emamu akwaba so ku kase pa edi eba shoes na monim se na ye no shoes de monim se na ye ne dida ya ensema ekos oman Ghana mono na ye de ebro and message say ube like and want subscribe to your channel no. And that is the most important thing I want from you. I want you to subscribe to my channel so that when I bring the news about NDC we shall able to me account we any Oman Ghana Jina Musa able to me account now Abraham Sembre no NDC up to heavy fire at the Ama East because we knew say some few years ago, the past 8 years ago no, NDC stated that the EC is the reason of them losing the election. Yes, we are aware. Say NDC gave a whole lot of reasons that EC reached upon the election. That's why NDC has been in opposition for the past 8 years. Yes, for the past 8 years. And then the strong one be about the EC. Now NDC wants EC over biased selection of electoral areas for May voters registration exercise. NDC for us like come won't be able to say Maza electoral when voters registration exercise no madam men you what you say uba be yes some bias areas we are able to talk because even it came to notice some years ago Ghana card they say Ghana card no about the main way for the voting no they say the end this from strongest one and they have challenges in doing the Ghana card. If they bring out to me on the Ghana card, that was what was alleged. It's no man break and for Ghana card no. And I think it count the way and NDC this share this Bufruko ya tuja the man friend is saying easier can say madam you must be very careful based on this May voters registration exercise about the question no men ye bias men fa machine papa no enkonko to NPP for akachi men fa nia enye no emma be to NDC for embe face some mere challenges remove until winning and someone NDC for the almost to about and me say no mama ko kan in seminar NDC for the kind no. The National Democratic Congress NDC has issued a stern warning. Yes, as I said, it is a warning now. On the Ama easy. They have issued a stern warning to the Electoral Commission, expressing its strong opposition to any biased selection of electoral areas for the upcoming May 2024 voter registration exercise. In a statement released by the NDC's Director of Election and IT, Dr. Edward Omanibuama, on Saturday, May 16, 2024, emphasized their firm stance against the perceived favoritism or partiality in the selection process. Because the same partiality went on when we were about to one of the exercise for the Ghana card. The same partiality went on and NDC raised that alarm. So they are raising the same alarm again for this May voters registration exercise because there's no favoritism, no partiality in the selection process. And the party further urged the EC to ensure transparency and fairness in the selection of electoral areas, emphasizing that any deviation from this principle would be vehemently resisted. This is what NDC can call my say NDC are really angry and hungry simply because what they've experienced, what they've went through, yeah, it has gotten to their nerves, and that is they said no, this time we'll do things right. Because earlier on, no, they sat aloof, they took things for granted, they took things normal, they think we are in a fair nation, but then they've got to realize that they caused harm and havoc to their own self and did a lot of mistakes. So this time around, NDC is not ready to commit that same mistake they committed, to do that same error they did. So they started sending strong warning and signal to the EC to be aware, to be careful of whatsoever they wanted to do. And any exercise they want to take, all they did is fairness and no partiality. And they further went on to say the party further urged the EC ensure transparency and fairness. Yes, that was what they are telling the EC. They need transparency, fairness, no partiality, for they should resist. The EC should resist from any illegal, any dubious things that they should resist from it, because NDC is going to match the EC boot to boot. Now, Utaswa expressing concern over rumors regarding the selection process. The NDC urged the EC to address these concerns promptly and provide clarity in the matter. We Mauta said, transparency now almost 30 it was later on. They really meant that transparency now, but that transparency is a key to a successful election, or transparency is a key to the successful growth of humanity or a group. Because where there is no transparency, nature said dubious things are going on. We in NDC they say the EC need to provide clarity in every matter, and the NDC emphasized the importance of open dialogue and consultation at all levels, including the district, regional, and inter-party advisory committee. The party underscored the need for thorough discussion and deliberation to the electoral areas under consideration for the limited registration exercise. When the NDC for any small monkey can't see the NDC called for inclusive and collaboration among all stakeholders to ensure that the process is conducted in a manner that upholds the integrity of the electoral system. Overall, the NDC statement serves as a warning to the EC, emphasizing their commitment and resisting any perceived bias or unfairness in the electoral process. They call for transparency, dialogue, and consultation to address concerns and ensure a free and fair registration exercise in May 2024. This is what the NDC need. All the NDC need is transparency, dialogue, and consultation. This all they need, free and fair. All they need is no bias. So all they need is a Bibia and then I'll any year. Senior Ebeya or minor will have that same good track record. My uncle say and or my I say and I say ain't no ebra yes say embreno where in your NDC full account from the camp of the NDC when almost some of to be at the EC will be very careful. We have a good stand. So I do money be or maybe money be at here NDC now. Because NDC they've opened their eyes this time. Almost say we are not going to cause that errors we did years ago. Idea about opposition. They are not ready to do that mistakes any longer. And when NDC for almost a market can say only NDC for a Adrian, there's a way to comment or comment session or a magic Benakin Kanina and a brain. The man who can say, Bring Nara, Eddie, Cecilia, Midawasi.